This is Wicked Rhody, a wicked good podcast about Rhode Island events and life. Hey everybody, welcome. My name's Mary Larson.
And I'm Ben DeCastro. Thank you so much for tuning in. And Mary, it is hard to believe that this is the weekend where every grocery store is going to be loaded with people out there buying the non-perishable fixings.
It's so true.
Unless you're a procrastinator like me, you will be out this weekend buying stuffing. You'll be buying
cranberry sauce.
If it's any of that stuff, you'll be buying all of that this weekend as you go through. So, but it's a great weekend to get a lot of other things done, and so as you're out and about. We're here for you. We've got other things you can do and other things to think about after you purchase. We have fun things for you to do.
We do. Yeah. Or along your way. I kind of forgot that a week from now is Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And I was just out food shopping today. And
Absolutely.
all of the grocery store was all about Thanksgiving. I was like, I probably should be picking this up now.
Every end cap has stovetop, which is my favorite stuffing,
nice.
Or Pepperidge Farm, which is good. You mix the two together. I am okay with that. You want to add some quahogs or crab meat to it.
I've never done that.
Go for it.
Wow.
Do not use the cornmeal stuffing when you do that, though. That is gross.
Okay.
That is not good.
Note to self.
And don't put fruit in your stuffing. A lot of people are going to be angry. No, it doesn't belong there. Cranberries belongs in the sauce. Apples belong in a pie. Leave the stuffing alone. Oh.
Oh, we're not the only ones getting in the holiday spirit. We've gotten there's Nibbles. Nibbles got his holiday on.
He is. He is getting. He has his nose and his antlers on. And on Monday, the 20th, Nibbles gets lit, yo!
Yay!
I wanted to pitch that as the name of the actual Facebook Live, but I don't think it will fly.
That'll go well?
But
yeah.
I will be there live streaming it on Facebook Live for the world to see.
Awesome.
5:30 on Monday, November 20th. We will flip the switch.
Do you know who's going to be actively watching those Facebook Lives? 3 to 5-year-olds.
It's a great thing to watch.
Nibbles is like the king of the Ocean State to preschoolers.
He is a good guy.
He is. There's another piece of artwork on that you can see on the highway too. So Nibbles, I feel like is
you mentioned this. Talk to me about, and it's funny because when you listed it. So for those of you who are listening at home or wherever you are. We share a Google document together and just kind of putting the notes together just so we have an idea and a flow. I saw the word Clockman, I thought of the old song Spoon Man.
What song is that?
Spoon Man.
So you thought this guy was a takeoff on that? Well, the Clockman is actually a new art display on top of the building on the promenade, the one that you drive by on 95 across from the mall.
Yep.
So, 160,000 cars drive by this. The Clockman was designed by local artist and RISD graduate Peter Dippenbrock. It's just this guy who's pushing this ginormous clock. It's a life-size representation of an industrial worker from around 1910. He's pushing this fictional clock. And, what's that?
That's me.
That's you just making some clock sounds?
Sorry. No, not intentionally.
No, so. It was actually working. I was like feeling the industrial worker feeling. So the founder commissioned this artwork. And I just think it's so great because all of these buildings that are now either apartments or business buildings, they really used to be housed and worked on by industrial workers. And so it's nice to see and to be reminded of our state's history. But yeah, it's a new piece of artwork that you can see while you're driving down the highway.
It is really cool. You can go online, you can see some photos of them install, of it being actually installed and everything, which is interesting. The one thing that I do have to say about that, because it looks like he's pushing the clock off the roof.
It does.
So 12 o'clock, the 12 is not directly at the top. It is rocked back a little bit. If you look at a photo, the 12 is dialed back maybe almost to like the 57, 58. So is that going to screw people up?
Hopefully people don't think it's a working clock.
It is a working clock, though.
Wait. Oh, but the 12. Oh, it's a working clock? That part I did not know.
I'm pretty sure it is. Why the heck would you put a clock up there if it's not going to work?
This is something we need our listeners to tell us.
I mean, you've got a clock up. It does. I don't know if it works or not.
Because you and I
thought
actually
it did.
don't drive by that. Believe it or not. So I'm in Cranston.
Right.
I usually drive down south.
Right.
You're coming from 195, so you actually miss the clock man.
I refuse to go on 95 North.
We need some listeners who drive by.
I go up there quite a bit.
Yes, you do.
You know what? I have to go to a school reading later this week up in South Attleboro, so I will sit there on the side of the highway. Maybe I'll just stop in the middle of the highway and see if the time changes.
There you go. There you go.
But it's there. He is, the clock man. It just up there, and that was my whole thing. So
I like it.
Clockman's up there, and very much to Soundgarden's Spoon Man. It's it's very I thought it was very appropriate.
Yeah.
Clockman.
Now I'm understanding. Perfect. All right.
So now that we've gotten potential cease and desist from Soundgarden, we thank them for their efforts in today's collaboration. If you tuned in while you're on the road or working or listening to Soundgarden, just because we just, put that in your mind, sit back and enjoy the episode. If you hear something that piques your interest, we'll have all the info and links for you in the show notes and on our website, wickedroadypodcast.com. All right, what is our wicked interesting or interesting?
Ooh. I say interesting. But that might be wrong.
Caribbean or Caribbean? Anyway, what is going on?
Caramel. I don't even know. But we frequently get to talk about the amazing musicians that play here and perform here in the Ocean State. And a group that I am particularly fond of right now, Collegium Ancora, is a local professional chamber choir group right here in the Ocean State. And this weekend, they're going to be having 2 concerts about the Reformation greats. So that's music from the Protestant Reformation, like from Parsons and Bach. Now, their Saturday evening concert, that's in Portsmouth. And Sunday evening, it's going to be in Providence. This group breathes new life into timeless choral masterworks. You know what? I just want to let you take a little listen so you can see what I'm talking about. Listen to that. Isn't it gorgeous? So this ensemble is something that all ages could really get something out of, but I especially would like to recommend it for those of you who might have a young person in your life who's right now currently involved in their school chorus. I think it's really important for young people to know that they can continue to explore and participate in the art forms that they love even when they grow up. And so if you are someone who enjoys choral works, or if you have someone in your life who does, this is the concert to check out. So once again, on Saturday, that is going to be at St. Mary's Episcopal Church of Portsmouth from 6:30 to 8:30. And then on Sunday, it's going to be at Grace Episcopal Church at 5 to 7. And you can find out more information about tickets and things like that on our website, wickedroadypodcast.com.
Well, I guess that's our wicked interesting pick. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's your wicked fun in the 401. It is time for all the bazaars. The Bazaar, as it would be called, Saturday and Sunday, November 18th and 19th in Coventry. From 8 to 5 p.m. both days on Saturday and Sunday. It's the St. John and Paul Parish. They're celebrating a great milestone, as this is the 60th annual Snowflake Bazaar.
Aww.
It's 60 years they've been doing this, so it's been held annually since its inception in 1957. It is one of the biggest holiday bazaars in the state. Now, people wait eagerly for this event because it offers a wide variety of items for purchase, including gifts, jewelry, knitted articles, religious items, sports memorabilia, and so much more. And there are many ways to take part and be there and also take a chance at winning some fantastic prizes.
Ooh.
Including they have the straw draw game. which I believe you have the option of drawing a straight straw or one of the flexi bendy straws.
Okay.
Maybe a loop-de-loop straw.
All right. You don't even know. There
That's totally wrong.
straw
But if you
variety.
show up there and offer to do that, they should give you something. They'll have wine prizes. They'll have lotteries, penny social, major raffles, including a cake bingo. I have no idea what cake bingo is. If you do, please comment in the on our Facebook page. Let us know what the heck is cake bingo.
Right? Sounds
and of
delicious.
course, the kids are going to be well received there. They have Twinkletown, where they can have photos taken with Santa. They can make arts and crafts, play games, and win some great prizes. Now,
Awesome.
as always, no bazaar is complete without food, and the Snowflake Bazaar does not disappoint. They have a kitchen. It's just open for breakfast and lunch. So you can go there, and you don't have to worry about, okay, we got to hurry up. Are the kids hungry, or am I hungry, or getting hangry? No, you can get breakfast and lunch there. They have a wide variety of delicious foods and snacks, freshly baked goods. They'll have cookies, and also available at Mrs. Claus's Oven, and the cookie jar. Santa's Sugar Shack will be open for delicious candy treats of all kinds. Check it out.
I'm
It is
drooling.
this Saturday and Sunday, the 18th and the 19th in Coventry at St. John's and Paul's Parish from 8 to 5 p.m. It is the 60th annual Snowflake Bazaar. What else we got?
We've talked about the Audubon Society
Yes.
in Bristol and how this is like my favorite time of year to go there. And they put on so many great.
Sorry, just
Are you making up a jam, or is there a jam that uses the word Audubon?
I was stealing from the Over the Border with Madonna, not Mariah Carey.
No,
Madonna.
Very different ladies. Very different ladies.
Indeed, both crazy.
So the Audubon Environmental Education Center in Bristol, we've talked about them. They put on fantastic events. They're going to be having an event called Fairy Houses and Gnome Homes. So this is going to be Saturday from 2 to 3:30. You're going to use natural materials such as shells, seeds, moss, and stones to create an enchanting home for our magical guests. So
All right.
fairy homes and gnome homes are a unique holiday or winter decoration. They're great for creative play. What I love about this, they didn't even put this on their website, but I'm gonna put this out there. Who is coming out next weekend? Elves on the Shelves. Okay? So you could have fairy houses,
Yeah.
you could have gnome houses, or you could have like elf houses. For them to like camp out and hang out if they wanted a little stop. So I am not an elf on the shelf participant, but when I was seeing this, I think it's cute. I think it's great. I think it's fun. I love the idea of taking things from nature and making crafts with it. But also with the season going on, some of you might be able to work this element in. So adults must attend if they bring a child, and space is limited. So make sure that you register ahead of time for
Good.
the fairy homes and gnome homes. And as I'm making it, elf homes.
Absolutely. Hey, listen, if you want to get a jump start on your New Year's resolutions and get healthy, or you just want to put some points in the bank for all the food that you're going to be eating, the
There you go.
18th annual Muse Tavern and is having their gear and beer, 6.9K. So if I have to do math, is that a 7 miler?
Oh my gosh.
6 miler? No.
Well, hold on. 5K is 3 miles.
Okay, so 6.9K. Maybe this is a 5 miler.
There you go.
Okay, so
Nice.
it's Sunday, November 19th. Either way, I won't be running it.
Neither
I'll
will
drive
I.
it. 2000, it's
Sorry, Muse. I love your food. I love your burritos. I love your beer.
Yep.
I'm just not a runner.
6.9 thousand miles. Sunday, November 19th at noon at Muse Tavern. Of course, they're in Wakefield, Rhode Island. You can lace up your running shoes and start training because the Muse Tavern Gear and Beer 6.9K benefits Easter Seals. And they're expecting over 2,000 runners.
Can I stop you?
Yeah.
What's Easter seals?
Easter Seals, they're a great organization there. Of course, they're all across the country, potentially even worldwide. I don't know, but I know they're definitely in the United States. They provide services to ensure that children and adults with disabilities have equal opportunities to live, learn, work, and play. They're really they consider themselves disability services.
Yep.
They are huge advocates
That's
for people
amazing.
with all abilities. So
Oh, I love it.
So this is a great fundraiser for them. If you want to join in, you can register that day. Individual registration, if you sign up the day or two beforehand, is the $38 or $39. The day of is $40. Do yourself a favor. Just show up with $40. Go run 5 miles. Come back. Have some delicious food and drink over there at Muse
That's right.
Tavern. And by the time you're done, just so everybody's on the same page here, Patriots are playing at 4 o'clock or 4:30 or around that time frame. So you can just hang there and watch the game.
Perfect.
And hopefully they'll have the English version of the game because they're playing in Mexico City.
Oh, Hola.
Yeah. Good luck. That's right. Speaking of the border, where the Patriots will be playing down in Mexico, no matter where you are in Rhode Island, you're never more than 18 and a half miles from the ocean. So, so from time to time, we have events that are nearby in Massachusetts or Connecticut. So, Mary,
yes,
what do we have going on that people can check out if they want to venture out of Rhode Island? Out of Rhode Island.
First off, how dare you?
Well,
how dare you? No, I'm kidding.
Bring your passports, ladies and gentlemen.
So I wanted to let you know.
And an emergency blanket.
Yes, all of that.
And pipe cleaners.
Plymouth, Massachusetts. Why is that important this time of year?
I don't know. People just need clean pipes, and I've seen pipe cleaners used for everything lately. I was at Comic-Con last week, and I saw an excessive amount of pipe cleaners. I just got thinking about them.
How do you think of pipe cleaners with Plymouth?
They both start with the letter P.
Oh, there you go.
And there were no pipes on the Mayflower.
Hey,
I know that.
You know what? But the Highland Light Scottish Pipe Band is going to be putting on a Thanksgiving parade in Plymouth.
Well, you can clean their pipes.
Right, there you go. So this is the biggest Thanksgiving Day parade in America's hometown. Because, guys, that's where the Pilgrims came. This is what Thanksgiving, is kind of about at first. Because people came over here and, they made friends. Hopefully they made friends. Whatever. Let's put political things aside.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the history of America in Plymouth.
Come for the parade, stay for the protests.
There you go. It has some great floats as well as some great historical reenactments and musical acts. Totally fun things going on. I was looking at these pictures. And I like that it's happening on Saturday because, of course, on Thanksgiving, you might be watching the Thanksgiving Day Parade, the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade while you're cooking.
The big one.
But this is a great one that you can take your friends, your family to. You can go hang out. Plymouth is gorgeous. Have you been there recently?
I have. When was I there? I was there not that long ago. I saw 4th of July fireworks there. Mm-hmm. And then I went to, they have a go-kart place over there, one of those indoor fun go-karting places. Wicked fast, by the way. So I was there for that. But Plymouth's a gorgeous area. They got a bunch of great restaurants. I've played there a number of times with the various bands. Actually, one of the times I was playing there with the Gobshites, there was a legit pirate who showed up. Like, he had a tricorn hat.
Nice.
Did not have the peg leg, but he had the blousey shirt, kind of like the puffy shirt from Seinfeld. He had the monocle. And he got up there and played for like 20 minutes, and it was not pirate music. I'll tell you that much. It was no yo-ho-ho.
I like it.
But it was interesting. So,
awesome.
Anyway.
But Plymouth is just a great place.
A welcoming community. Take on all comers.
So that parade's going to be going on 11 to 2, but just know that you can stay there. You can get some food. You can go early and get some brunch. It's really a beautiful place. And if you want to learn a little bit more about the history, if you just want to go to a parade, head on over to Plymouth on Saturday because it's there 11 to 2.
Folks, as we said at the beginning, everything we talked about today will be found on our website, wickedroadypodcast.com.
You can find us on Facebook and Instagram, and if you're going to go to any of these events that we talked about, and people ask you, how did you find out about it? Tell them you heard about it on Wicked Rhody.
Grab them by the neck,
right?
Shove their face right into your own iPhone or Android or whatever you have, and say, right here. And then contact a lawyer because they're probably going to sue you for assault.
Right? And speaking of that, if you listen to Wicked Rhody,
I thought assault.
Tell a friend. No.
Speaking of assault.
Tell a friend.
Speaking of lawsuits. Tell a friend. Yeah, absolutely.
Open their phone, show them the podcast app,
it's right
and
there.
Be like, listen, you have no excuse for not knowing about things going on in and around the Ocean State because, let me tell you, Wicked Rhody's where it's at.
Absolutely.
So, thank you.
And if you are an advertiser or a sponsor, you want information on how to get involved, email us, wickedroadypodcast@gmail.com.
One more little plug.
Yeah.
Do you listen to us? Because if you do, head on over into iTunes or your podcast app on your phone and leave us a rating or a review in iTunes. It would make me smile. It would be like the Thanksgiving, Christmas season of giving. Give us a rating. It'll make us so happy. So until next time, folks, I'm Mary Larson.
And I'm Ben DeCastro, who thought you were really asking me if I listened to the podcast. Like, of course I listen. But anyway, I'm Ben DeCastro.
And you've been listening to Wicked Rhody. We'll have more for you next week. Probably. Maybe next, you know what? We'll have it come out on Thursday.
You can listen to us. We will do a podcast as long as it takes your turkey to cook. So
That's right.
4 hours of Mary and Ben just going back and forth. You can listen to us at 4 a.m. For whatever reason, people put their turkeys in wicked early. I don't get it, but whatever.
Hey, to each their own. So
Mazel
happy
tov.
Thanksgiving, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Happy Thanksgiving, and we'll talk to you on Thursday.
Bye.